inventive story. I like the mix of, you know, the comedy and drama.
I just liked the energy of it, you know, real quick pacing.
The intent behind this project was an indie film sensibility with the high-end aesthetic, and slam those together and get something we haven't seen before.
My name is Nick Stahl. I'm playing the role of Jinx in How to Rob a Bank. Jinx is really just kind of a normal guy who is basically just trying to withdraw some money at an ATM machine and can't, and gets caught up in sort of an unfortunate circumstance over the course of one day. The character really is comedic, and you know there are different elements to the movie. It's not just a straight comedy, and the dialogue is inventive. I mean that's kind of actually something different than as opposed to things I've done before. It's very stylized, the dialogue. It's very kind of rapid fire. I want.
Mind if I speak with him?
What?
Mind if I speak with him?
Yes. Wait, no. No, what are you talking about? You're not running the show now. I'm running the show.
Oh, okay. You're running the show now.
Yeah.
FYI, Simon, he's running the show now.
I said no talking on the phone.
There was a whole little range of work that he's done, and there was a bit here and a bit there, but more what it was actually when we met face to face talking about story, and he got it completely from the beginning. He knew what this guy was. It was more of an instinctual thing of, okay, I love this guy's work. You don't have to see it to know somebody can do it. This guy's got the chops.
So listen up. Believe me when I tell you this whole thing is going south. So whatever it is you were planning to do, I suggest we do it.
Nick Stahl was a logical choice for Jinx. I think we were very, very lucky to get him. He's a movie star, great work, Carnival, for example.
Hi, I'm Erica Christensen, and I'm playing Jessica. Jessica, well, is a criminal, kind of by default, you know, one of those things she fell into, I think. It's kind of somebody that's had to fend for herself, and she just kind of, she's an actress. She kind of plays all these different roles depending upon what situation she finds herself in, and that's how she gets through it, and probably amuses herself, you know, through tough situations. But ultimately, you know, she's someone who wants to get out of the business.
Life is made up like that, of these tiny moments. I think I'm sick of this life. So, how big can we make this moment, Jinx? And get a life.
It's extremely ironic, but I find that I'm quite similar to Jessica. I think there's a kind of playfulness that I like about her, you know, that I'm having fun with. She has some tough situations in her life that she gets herself into, this being one of them, and the way she deals with them is with this kind of a sense of humor that even if you don't see her laughing, you can kind of see that she's not just in a heap on the floor, you know, in a mess. She fights her way through and has some fun doing it, so I'd like to think that I'm like that.
I'm Gavin Rossdale, and I'm playing Simon. I play a bank robber. He's well dressed, he's knowledgeable, he comes from bad stock, and he come right up from the gutter. I've only done a few movies, and they seem to be always on the darker side, and a kind of a, you know, people get killed or done in. So I like that, you know, it's more interesting to have the darker side, but Disney's just around the corner.
If I see your men any closer than 25 yards, I'm putting holes in these walking body bags.
I was in a band called Bush. Then I've just had a band last year called Institute. I basically want to be in the same world as someone like Tom Waits, is what I've said about 1,050 times now, but I keep saying it, where I like the combination of doing music and film, and it's not a bad way to earn a living. I just grew up loving both mediums. I'm like a Mormon, you know, 2 wives.
When it came to the supporting roles, we were able to get Leo Fitzpatrick come out and do a week or so with us, which is great. I always loved him from Kids and Bully. And then Terry Crews, you know, he's working all the time on Everybody Hates Chris on his series, and he just did Norbit, and he's coming out in Balls of Fury. You know, we were really thrilled that even in, you know, what would traditionally be smaller supporting roles, that actors we've seen in all these independent films and in bigger films decided to come out. It's really a credit to the director, the material, and the main cast.
I wanted this to have a menace and a terror to it and a human truth. There's very light human moments in there that are just about being imperfect or being human. And then there's moments where we're really afraid for our lives. And I wanted to throw those together, just like the aesthetics that we talked about, and make sure that those two things played opposite each other, the way the characters play opposite each other.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Oh, Jessica. Yeah, it's a nice name. You kind of look like a Jessica.
Okay, so what's next?
What do you mean?
What's next, as in, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
I think the most intense scenes are going to be some of the more unexpected scenes, and I think I may be surprised. There are very intimate moments in the vault where there is this dance between Jinx and Jessica, and they completely don't trust each other, and there's a moment where there's a shift in trust, and that's important.
What is it that you live to do? Oh, Jinx, because as far as I can tell, this is it. You don't always get to choose the monumental moments in your life. Sometimes they choose you.
And then from there, in contrast, Simon explodes, almost like an insane rock star. There's moments of intensity that are quiet and moments that are just explosive, and I love the contrast of those. And hopefully the climax of the film where they all meet and there's a moment of recognition, realization, and epiphany, that's it. Some of the funnier moments, again, are just a look, an eyebrow raise, a reaction to an action. Some of the dialogue of understanding and misunderstanding.
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Hear me now?
Hear you? I can't, no, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We all know what that feels like. I wanted it to be the story is what matters, people are what matters, that's the human interest. So let's make what we see very, very cool, but not go bigger than we need.
We knew Andrews Jenkins was going to approach the project in a very stylized way, but not in a way that's going to detract from the film itself.
The producers and we worked very tightly to make sure that the budget, what we needed, what I wanted to get out of it, were hand in hand. Yes, we had a lot of discussions. I was very specific on everything from the anamorphic lenses, what it looked like, felt like, with the photography to the acting to the set design. They knew that so early on that that was pretty much accounted for. So there was a collaboration there. The producers and I collaborated from the beginning, understanding the creative vision. They really helped make that happen.